Alright, so we're back for episode 7 of Prometheus Eternal Hero. I'm gonna go through level 7 today, and yeah, we've already basically gone into this dungeon before, but it was very, very brief, because I only wanted a heart piece there. And yeah, I'll probably also do level 8 today, and we'll be pretty close to the end at that point. And although I will probably also go through all of the bonus dungeons too. So let's go ahead and get started. Level 7. Alright, here we go. Back here. And at this point it's actually quite possible to go to a lot of different bonus dungeons, so you can go ahead and go there if you want. Let's go ahead and get this hammer out for this part. I've noticed that this is a kind of annoying spot because sometimes these Amazons just appear right on top of you as soon as you walk out that door, but it's alright. Found another olive. We're gonna go ahead and go on to level 7, which is really close by actually. Let's just go down here. I think I may have mentioned this before, but if you're exploring all this stuff on your own, there is an update guide included with the music files, so you can use that upgrade guide to figure out exactly where you're going. There's nothing in that igloo. I think I actually meant to put something in there and just left it empty, which probably not the best way to do things, but it'll be alright. It doesn't matter to have one or two empty buildings, I guess. So the unique thing about this dungeon is that various parts of it were made to be balanced for different points in the game. And then there are multiple entrances, kind of like Skullwoods in A Link to the Past. So there's a lot of different ways in. Like, you can do this at the very beginning pretty much and hit a few things, and it's quite open. This is really meant to be a later part of the dungeon, so I'm not really going to stick around and go here, but you can go there right now if you choose to. There are two different places you are intended to go, potentially, which one is right there and one is down here. It'll be that one that's blocked by the hammer pegs. And we're just gonna keep going. I'm actually in the middle of taking a break from doing my substitute class thing. I'm pretty far into it. I'm on the last sections basically. I think this is the ice pits, which we don't want to go to yet. That's one of the mini dungeons, the last one I made actually. So let's go over here. This is the way I really would like to go first. And again, you can do this in any order you wish, but it's the order I'm doing it in. We can go ahead and get the remote bomb. It's very powerful and can be set to explode at will. And actually, with the remote bombs, you can just go straight down here, and this is a spot for the remote bombs. And you open up a new entrance that goes into level 7. So you see you can go down here, but again, this is intended to be pretty late into the dungeon. And I already went there. Let's go over here. So this is the place that you really want to be at. Let's go ahead and shoot this. I think I can get that olive later. I'm not going to worry about it just yet. So yeah, this this area is basically balanced, assuming that you have finished level 5. So it should be pretty simple to get through. It's a lot of really unnecessary shortcuts, but it's all good. Just gonna keep going around and up here. You can't go down right here because the conveyor hasn't been switched. And like I said, it's balanced for level 5, so we're perfectly fine at this point. So we hit that thing and we can just pass through. You also notice that your fire cane can't be used here because there is a fire upgrade in this dungeon. And you need it to move on. And since there's only 2 different levels of candle, this is really like the only way I could do it. Anyways, we're gonna go up here, step on this. Got a very unnecessary shortcut. You're gonna get some gems here. Fill up our wallet a little bit. I think, I don't know if my maximum capacity is at a certain amount or not yet. Okay, this is where I came in from before. That's why that's open. We already got that, so, you know, like I said, shortcuts. So let's just keep going. So the idea is that we're going to different sections of the dungeon at a time, and we have to do things in those sections to get everything. I'm not sure if they're all required, but, you know. It's been a while since I actually made the quest, so parts of it I'm not even 100% sure on anymore. We have no keys yet, so we have to just keep going around and looking for them. Alright, use our little hook shotty thingy. And move across. And let's just keep going. I got some health back. So now I can kill these guys from here. I thought there was something that fell over here, but I guess not. Let's keep going. So, you kind of got the idea from this from a line from earlier, but the idea of this place is that this is like, you know, a factory. A lot of people have lost their jobs in creations of the factory since they've all been replaced by these wind-up tollies. The wind-up bombs always drop bombs. That's one thing also with this area, is that all these things drop particular items. You can't, well, you can, but yeah, the idea here is to, you know, just do the things with the moving about and stuff. I'm gonna go down here and get the key. And it's kind of difficult to get out of here, so there's a little warp, so we can just go right back. Oh, we got that key now, and the keys go to these kind of doors. I think I probably have used one already, but there's another one. So we're gonna just kill this guy, and get out the arrows and shoot this switch over here. Need it to get to the other side. I have a little trouble figuring out which directions these things go in, but it is noticeable. So the map kind of grabs onto you, but it's alright. You killed him. Alright, let's just go up. Let's use these conveyors. That's the whole gimmick of the dungeon, is that you can't go certain ways. You know, depending on the conveyors and stuff. So we've basically finished this particular part, and now we need to, we're gonna go to the left side of this pink one. when I was making this, this was probably my favorite dungeon. Because I like the idea behind it. It's really cool. Just a wind-up factory with a bunch of toys and stuff. So, yeah, I think this is the way we want to go now. It wasn't that far ahead. I was thinking it was a little farther ahead than it was. But you don't really want to mess with that guy just yet. And of course, I just picked up a gem despite the fact that I do not or cannot use it. So let's just go down here. So we can go back this way. We came this way earlier in the quest, but now we can go across this side. So you go up here, you hit this, and you'll have a little shortcut. It's just connecting the dungeon a little bit more, and I pick up a diamond that I can't use. One thing that would be really nice is to put in some scripts that would make it to where you can't pick up gems that you can't carry. It's really easy to just open a chest and just grab one. And they're kind of laying all over the place in this dungeon, so not a huge deal, but it'd still be nice if I did that. It'd also be nice if I had more wall upgrades, because then we wouldn't have to worry about it so much. I got another one of these key card rooms. I can tell for a fact that that was the right one, because it kept getting hit. And you can't really get across on this side, so you have to go this way. You just go over here and grab it. You can just warp your way back. And we're gonna go ahead and go downstairs too. We have the key we need, so it's nice. Let's see, let's go ahead and go in here. We finally meet Prometheus. I am Persephone, goddess of the underworld. You're the one who defeated our ferryman's fleet single-handedly. That is quite an achievement. Fear not, I come not of ill will, the opposite in fact. Olympus has been overthrown by an organization called the Black Forge. The gods are in a frenzy. Zeus has disappeared, and now many gods wish to take his throne. I know you may not care for Zeus as he cursed you with eternal life, but you must realize how dire this situation is. Hephaestus is just a scapegoat for the true leader. He runs an arms market alongside other gods, including Dionysus and Hermes. His power is growing out, and influence is running out of control. That is why we ask for your help. Hades and Poseidon both wish to take the throne of Olympus. We cannot allow Poseidon to win. He is corrupt. That is why we need you, the eternal hero, on our side. Join us in the Underworld Brigade, and we shall restore honor to Olympus. So you can see there's a little power struggle going on here. And how the other dungeons had like mini bosses, this story scene is actually replacing a mini boss in this dungeon. We got the Super Quake, charge a hammer and stun enemies all around you. I found this actually kind of useful when it came to fighting the boss in the area. So yeah. Also the lines with Persephone, that was like the first story that I wrote in the entire quest, and that's when I came up with the Underworld Brigade and the Black Forge. That's when I actually decided on what the story would be. So I didn't really figure it out until I got here. And we're gonna hit this. We need the boomerang, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And now we can go up from here. I particularly don't like so much the ones that go up and down, because you can't really tell which way they're going, like right there. Can't really tell. But it's a bit of a struggle, but anyways, you kill him, he drops, the image just drops in the room, but it doesn't, and I just picked it up for no reason. And he's always here so that you can always refill the remote bombs. I believe he only drops one at a time, but that's alright. At least you know where he's at. So we explored this entire little area now, and we're going to move on to the next area, which we're basically going to go into the right wing of him in a second. Not quite yet, but a second. Something else I want to do before I go down there. Okay. I thought for a moment that I had messed up something, but it's all good. We're quite far into this dungeon already, actually. I don't know how long it's been. Like, I could be saying that, and it could have already been like 20 minutes or something. We got that. We got another little shortcut to come back up here. The big reason for this shortcut is because, yeah, I'll show in a second. You need to change the direction of these conveyors, and you had to light that torch on the top part. So this is just a quick way to get right back to it. I'm going to come around here, and we have to come around here also. You need the boomerang again. Just hit it. So you don't necessarily need to hit that thing, but you know, just do it anyways. I should probably just turn that into a sword trigger so you actually do have to do it. But it's alright. So you may have already figured out where we're going next because there's not really anywhere else to go. But we gotta get to that side now. So let's go up. Get out, knock this down. So we're gonna go into that spot where we blew up this spot earlier. God, they die so easily. I should probably increase the difficulty on this a little bit too, particularly when you get to these kind of areas. These bomb shooting guys, they're really tough, actually. Well, not really tough, but, you know, they like to shoot bombs, which can be tough. So you hit this, and you open up this way. You need to get another key so we can go through there. And you could technically have a key, like if you didn't go to see Persephone, which isn't really a requirement. But, you know, I'm doing like everything with these dungeons. And you notice these like guys, these they're called wind-up nutcrackers. Them and their cannons, they like to hide off into corners where you have to approach them like this. I mean, not necessarily have to, because you can attack them from afar, but I didn't mean to pick that up. I thought it was far enough away from it. We got another little fairy here. Heal up a little bit, which I don't think I needed to, but we can anyways. Like I said, they loved staying up here. I did that a lot with the archers in this quest. Well, the archer type, long range type characters. Is that I like to hide them off on these like little platforms and stuff, so you have to actually reach them. So we hit that switch, and now we can go down this way. So we got this little guy here. It's a special compass, wind-up compass. Maybe the fire works faster because they shoot bombs. It seems like something I would have done, but I didn't. Probably because I didn't want them to die too easily. So now we gotta take care of this guy. Got some health back. And like I said, these guys up here are just staying on their little platforms, trying to be scary. Just kill these guys and I get past them and hit this little switch so that you can change the direction of this conveyor. Go this way. You don't have to kill these guys for any reason, but I do it anyways. Because I had to do a screen state carryover, I had to make this appear after you hit the other side because it's screen states and stuff. If you didn't grab the compass while you were over here, it would drop like right here, I believe. But it doesn't matter. You just pick it up. Getting some arrows. Don't really need them, but got them. So this is like almost at the very last part of this dungeon. It's one of the last parts. You can obviously go in either one of these directions, but the best direction to go is down, because you have to do something here first. When I should have done this down, actually. Hit this thing. And now I can go back. And then here's another screen with the remote super bombs, so you can also get them here. Yeah, I like these enemies a lot, even though I maybe could have done something about the nutcrackers, since it's kind of hard to avoid them. Oh, I just go over here, hit the switch, and then we can go change the direction of that conveyor, and now we can get through this little area. I'd like to pick up a little health. And now it doesn't want to give me any. There we go, just a little bit. Okay. So let's go ahead and go a little bit more health. Yeah, there's the subtle red arrow. I actually mean to change those because Team played this and he mentioned it was hard for him to differentiate with the colors. I didn't really notice it myself, but since there is possible to have issues with it, I want to make it a different color that stands out a little bit more. I don't really want anyone to have issues because they can't really see a color difference. I just keep hitting these guys. Can I hit this guy with... No. I made him unstunnable. Alright, so we're just gonna go across here. Kill this guy really quick, and we get a key card. And now we can push this. We got all the key cards we need, so we just go down here. And we can go to the next part of this dungeon. Go around. Gonna go ahead and use my little potion right now. So I am getting a little low. Usually I don't get this low so much here, but all the other times I've gotten a lot more olives before coming here. So I can go this way. Just go here, and we made it back to the screen with the fairy. We have finished the entire right wing of this penguin now. So just come back over here, and we can now unlock this door. Yeah. And, you know, now we need the last key of the dungeon to get into that room on the right. So we're just gonna keep moving forward. Moving forward. Let's kill these guys really quick. Alright, let's go this way. This will be the last area that we have to go downstairs on, because that will be where the key is. Kill that guy really quick, and Um, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in a much earlier part, which if you are watching this, you probably don't remember it so well. So let's go ahead and do this. You hit this, come across here, kill this green one. And this is what I mentioned earlier, you can use the super bombs, or the remote bombs right here, and you can just go back this way, and that would let you be able to hit this thing if you didn't do it earlier. I'm all about like not having to backtrack too much just because you missed something a little bit, so you just observe a little bit, and I tend to like give you a quick way back to where you need to go. So I think you can't go up these areas just yet. So you need to come down this way. Oh yeah, actually, I remember now. There's 2 keys we need to get here actually. One is to the left and one is up from here. So let's just go this way. The one we need to kill is going to be vulnerable to arrows, which I don't think it's the it's the one behind him. So just keep hitting him and he will die. I didn't want him to, you know, be too difficult, because then it gets kind of frustrating, because, you know, they would be hitting you with wind constantly. So we hit that thing, which it affected some conveyors to the right of here. Just hit these, make them go down, and we can go back here. We have the key card we need, so go through here. And now we can fight the wind-up Flame Scepter, who is somewhat a mini-boss in a way, but not particularly difficult. But you kill him, you pick up the scepter, that is him, and now you have your scepter, which is the strongest fire weapon in the game, and it's basically just a level 3 candle. I like to use the this thing pretty well. And kill him and get that. It helps that I know which key cards are which. It might be a little more complicated if you're doing it yourself. We're almost done with this level though. And let's just go this way. Yeah, I think the wind-up bombs were actually die in one hit to the fire scepter all the time. And here I go falling in the non-water pits. Let's go up here. We're gonna go into the last area, which is this way. Welcome to the shop. So now we are here, and you know, we can buy remote bombs. We can buy a better hammer, which I'm not gonna bother with because you can get an even better hammer than this. What I am gonna get though is the black toga and cab. Damage taken will be reduced by 8. Hit that so this conveyor changes direction. And now I want to get out this hammer because we're about to fight the boss of the area. So let's just go down here. Festus, hello Prometheus, nice to see you've arrived in one piece. You certainly have been causing trouble once again. You really like sticking your nose into things, don't you? Festus, I never thought you would join up with the other gods like this. Times have changed, centuries have passed since the flame was released after all. Once I noticed how hope affected humans, I realized, it's supposed to be realized, that I could use this hope to get what I deserved. Then I conversed with Mr. Griffin. He had a solid plan for us to take over, to rule on high as a new pantheon. Despite what you have done, we still wish to offer you a seat, though I'm sure your character will lead you to refuse. Of course, I wouldn't join people who treat humans the way you guys do. Suppose gods have always been power hungry. After all, look what you guys did to the Titans. Trying to rile me up. You must be better because you yourself were once a Titan. My, how the mighty have fallen. Those times are past. Probably should be half past. The Titan rule was not great either, but it beats you power hungry children. What is with this factory, by the way? You laid off all of your workers for those elf creatures. You're so top secret to guard every entrance. This factory is where everything comes together. I am the supplied, which is supposed to be a supplier, of the Black Forge. Do you wonder what this means? What that means? Dionysus is the one who puts us in good favor with the people. The money he makes goes directly to Hermes, our assembly line. He does the heavy lifting. He finds material we can utilize and sends them to me. At last I supply our cause with a powerful army, obedient servants in the form of the Hoys, powerful weapons for the forge. And when all is said and done, we shall gain the favor of everyone. Any who oppose will be destroyed by our unstoppable army. At least that was the plan, but it got set back when you returned to ruin it. You say it, I who have fallen. It is I who have fallen. I've made a lot of mistakes in this area, apparently. You say it is I who have fallen, but it is you who has. Now that I understand, this will end here. Hephaestus, your supply chain will fall to me. So yeah, you can stun him. That's the hardest form to stun, but he winds up being pretty easy. I remember him being a little bit more difficult last I saw him, so that's kind of strange, but it's all good. We can just get our olive branch, and you'll notice that there are warps here. They just take you right back here. You don't really need it, but you can come down here. You're gonna skip the cutscene because you've already seen it. You can come this way where Icarus now is. Icarus, why are you here? So glad to see you're safe. I heard of the plans of the forge, thanks to your brother Menocius. When I heard what I was being used for, I just had to join in. But when I came to this factory, I was defeated. But now that you defeated Hephaestus, I am finally free. But this isn't over yet. I have learned that their leader, Mr. Griffin, is Apollo. He runs a fortress that is their last line of defense in the heavens. But to get there, you still need the 8 artifacts. Of course, this is one of those artifacts. Prometheus, we don't have time for chit-chat anymore. We need to take them down now. Cover any artifacts you are still missing and defeat Apollo. I won't be of any use to you, so I will stay behind. But when this is all done, we shall meet again. I promise I will defeat him and restore order, Icarus. Of course you will. After all, you are the eternal hero. Got the anvil of Hephaestus, and that does it for level 7. You come back here because this is like guaranteed to be the last place you were in. But, you know, level 7's done now. That's nice. I mentioned I wanted to do one last thing, but I can't really do it from this side, so we're gonna go up here. And I'm gonna save it closer to level 8. Let's just go up here, this way, and this is what I wanted to do. Get out the hammer, knock this down, and don't know how many pieces I have right now. I think I have 3 actually, so we're gonna get another. We're gonna increase our health. Now we have 14 olives, and we can make our way to level 8 and go this way first. Basically for level 8, you're going to be using the raft to find it. Found an olive collecting 4 will increase your health. So I'm just gonna pause right here in the park, and that is going to be the end of episode 7. We're gonna start episode 8 immediately.